goes up, that'll work fine for him.
DJ Prater on the near wing for Fahim Moran. He'll work around the arc. Moran out to the far side for Robert Alexander. He'll back off, met by a defender. Back to the near side, Caleb Young. Young picked up his dribble there. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Young swing it over his head. DJ Prater straight on. Back out Young near wing. Unloads a 3 with 4 on the shot clock, and Caleb Young drained it. Make it 10-8 and a 2-point lead.
Well, I think Max got off to a pretty good start, but I think Three Rivers is unimpressed right now. They're getting their shots, they're getting their opportunities, and Max going to have to clamp down a little on defense.
14.5 to go in the first half, 10-8 Cards. Tyler Smith on the near side up top for Mio. Back to Smith on the give and go. Smith taking it to the far wing. He'll bounce it back up top to Mio. Mio picked up his dribble, spins back to the near side. Nearly had it poked away from behind. Now he does, and it's out of bounds off of Three Rivers as DJ Prater disrupts the offense. Preston Turner and CJ Outlaw coming into the game. Mio and Mauator coming out for a break.
You know, one of my favorites out here has been Charles Outlaw all year long. He gets into a ball game. He gets to the rebounds. He gets to the ball as good as anybody on this team.
14-15 to go in the first, 10-8 Mack. Inbound to the near corner for Preston Turner. He'll work around a defender, and they call an offensive foul against Mack, and I guess it's going against Preston Turner. I didn't see much contact there, but it was enough to draw the whistle, his first and the team's first.
Yeah, I didn't see much either, but I'm kind of hindered by the view from this angle. I guess he threw a shoulder out there or an elbow or something of that nature.
Out of the backcourt, this is Fahim Moran. With the dribble, had it poked away. Dickerson's got it to the cup. He's fouled from behind by Caleb Young. That'll be his first and the third on Three Rivers, and Dickerson going to shoot 2 free throws at the line to our left. Amarion Dickerson, a 67% free throw shooter.
I think that's going to be key to tonight's game. We've talked with Greg Hires so many times this year about how good they are at the free throw line, and he says we've got to be better every game, and I think that might be a big key here tonight.
Mack is the team, 62%. First free throw for Amarion Dickerson. Averages 12.4 points per game. No good on the first, too much of the back iron.
Boy, for a while there, Mineral Area was hitting just about everything at the free throw line.
They were early on in the season, and then at the halfway point of the year as well. Even a couple weeks ago they were. Second free throw for Dickerson. Got that one. He splits the trip back. 3 for 4 as a team, and that's the first point for Amarion Dickerson. He's from Cleveland, Ohio, and is a 6'7 sophomore. One of just 2 players, I beg your pardon, the only player from last year's team, one of just 2 on the team that were recruited by Luke Strege. Far side, Jamani Charles got it to Fahim Moran. Moran working down low, try to go to Charles underneath. Got it back out to Robert Alexander in the near corner. He'll dribble to the near wing, find Moran far side. 6 on the shot clock. Moran up and underneath move. Wild shot wouldn't go. Preston Turner has the rebound, Glenn, and I'll let you think about it a little bit before you take a guess on who that other player was that was recruited by Luke.
I'll think about this for a second.
Smitty tried to lob it to CJ Outlaw behind him, and a turnover. Three Rivers has it. That's DJ Prater with the steal. Out for Caleb Young. Mack up by 3. Fahim Moran straight on to Robert Alexander for the tie. Far wing wouldn't go. Rebound collected in the corner by Tyler Smith. Smith up the floor as Greg Heyer says slow down. And Dawson Civil ready to check in for Mack. He will likely take the spot of Tyler Smith. Head of the arc, Amarion Dickerson. Dickerson to the near side for CJ Outlaw to the near wing. That's Smith. Smith up top, Preston Turner. Doesn't take a 3 straight on. He'll work inside. Has to go back out for Smith with 5 on the shot clock. Smith through a screen set by Preston Turner. Hop step through. Try to go down low to CJ Outlaw, who couldn't get it. And the lob goes in anyways. Tyler Smith's got his second field goal, and he's got 7 points in the game. 12:35 to go in the first half. A 5-point lead, 13-8.
And I think that's the difference between Marcus Watson and Smith is the fact that Tyler Smith will hit those shots. Marcus seems to penetrate a lot more.
This is Robert Alexander working down low. Can't penetrate through the Mack defense. Sends it back up top for Caleb Young. Now to the far wing, Fahim Moran trying to cut into the 5-point lead. That 3-point shot was short. Amarion Dickerson with the rebound. Outlet for Tyler Smith. 2-on-1. Up and underneath. Move, and Smith got it. 9 for Tyler Smith. And it's 15-8. Smith wanted a foul there on that nice lay-in, but he didn't get it. There was contact, but I don't mind the officials letting him play.
Yeah, as long as they do it all night long.
D.T. Tucker collides with Robert Alexander. There wasn't a call there. Alexander to the basket with the wild shot. He got it.
There's not much you can do to stop that shot. He went wide to the right and then went over the top of his head like a hook shot almost, and got it off the back glass high.
He shot it over the head of a 6'8", check that 6'9" freshman, C.J. Outlaw as well, who had his arms straight up. So you're shooting over, what, an 8-foot barrier right there?
Yeah, exactly, and there's not much you can do better than that.
15-footer Tyler Smith on the near side wouldn't go with 11:22 in the first half. Mac up by 5. Caleb Young didn't take that three. Now he'll back off and reset the offense. Moran up top, Alexander to the near side, Charles. This is Jamani Charles working to the foul line around Tyler Smith. Floats it over his head. That shot wouldn't go. C.J. Outlaw's got the rebound. Players collide. And Amari and Dickerson outlets for Preston Turner. Back to Dickerson. Threw it behind him. That'll be a backcourt violation. Oh, he kept it alive, but it's stolen away by Charles. To the cup, Charles waits out Dickerson and floats it off the glass and in. Great play by Charles.
Well, I thought for a minute maybe Dickerson was going to get it back across the timeline, but nobody there waiting. And a 2-on-1 developed out of that. If Three Rivers hadn't got a point out of that, they would have been sorry.
15-12, Mac up by 3, 10:37 to go in the first half. Tyler Smith into the logo to reset an offensive play. Now he'll work on perimeter far side. Smith through a screen set by C.J. Outlaw. Picked up his dribble to D.T. Tucker, far side in the corner. He'll work along the baseline, 10-footer with a jump shot, and he got it. D.T. Tucker's got 2, 10:23 to go in the first. Timeout called by Three Rivers. We'll take it with them. 5-point lead for the Cards. 17-12 in the first half on KFMO. 10:23 left in it. $10:23 to go in the first half. Mac leads by 5, 17-12. Three Rivers inbounds in the backcourt. Moberly playing State Fair currently in the other Region 16 semifinal. The winner of that will play the winner of this at the highest seed for the championship. Caleb Young on the far wing. Lob it to the near side, Robert Alexander. Good thing he had the hops, Glenn. That was coming to you. Alexander head of the arc through a screen to the far side. Got it to Charles. His three rattles out, falls off the front. Dawson Civil collides with Kyle Edison, and are they putting the foul on Mac? They are, and it's going to go against Dawson Civil. That'll be his first and the team's second.
And I think the whole thing on that one was the ball hit the rim. It sat on the rim, and it didn't roll in or out. And by the time Mac was up for the rebound, they were coming back down, and kind of a rebound that just fell to Three Rivers.
Joey Thomas into the game for Three Rivers. He inbounds on the baseline, nearly a 5 count. Got it to Caleb Young on the near wing. Now down low to the foul line. That was Charles back out. On the near side, Edison gets it to Caleb Young in the near corner. 10 seconds on the Three Rivers shot clock. Pass to the far wing. That's Joey Thomas for 3. Drained it. And the lead for Three Rivers, 1 point. 18-17. Check that, 17-15. Mac still up by 2, but a timeout called by Greg Heyer. We'll take it with him. It's a 30-second stoppage, 9:45 to go in the first. Mac up by 2 on KFMO.
30-second timeout. This timeout is sponsored by Mac Incor's sponsor, Kevin Ball Auto Body. Thank you, Kevin Ball Auto Body, for your support of Mineral Area College athletics.
Oh. All right, you can kick it out of this. 9:40 to go in the first half. Mac leads by 2, 17-15. Dawson Civil crossing the timeline to the near side. D.T. Tucker back to Civil. Offensive play set up. Civil to the near side. Tucker into the corner. Back to Civil. He'll work inside through the zone defense from Three Rivers. Back out. It pass was deflected. Mio's got it in the corner. Up top for Tucker. Now to the far side. Preston Turner got it from Civil. 5 on the shot clock. Back to Civil at the foul line. He'll take it to the cup. Nice up and underneath move. Can't hit the layup. And the rebound for Joey Thomas. And Three Rivers a chance to tie or take the lead with 9:10 to go in the first half. Spin move. Kyle Edison. Kick it out. Young wants the lead far wing. Got it. 18-17.
Well, Caleb Young is 2 out of 4 from the three-point arc, and right now he's got his ball club up by 1. As Mac's just not, they're getting the opportunities. The shots are not falling right now.
8:50 to go in the first half. Mac down by a point. Civil to the near side. He finds D.T. Tucker back to Civil far wing. On perimeter. Might have got away with a walk right there. Preston Turner back up top for Civil. He'll work through the lane. Bounce pass down low. D.T. Tucker off glass. Wouldn't go. Mac wants a foul. They don't get. Kyle Edison has the rebound. And Three Rivers a chance to extend the advantage. Edison coast to coast, and he lays it in. How did nobody take the charge? And Greg Heyer takes another timeout. Edison's got 4. 8:30 to go in the first half. 20-17. The Raiders lead by 3 on KFMO. .8:30 to go in the first half. 20-17. Three Rivers leads the Cardinals.
The atmosphere in this place is a little bit down right now after Three Rivers has come back and taken the lead here. Again, Mac's getting the shots. They're not falling for them right now, and I don't think it's anything to panic about, but they just need to get back on offense and get a couple of points here.
Rich Mawatora, Marion Dickerson, and Tyler Smith back into the game for the Cards. Like to see that lob jam by Marion Dickerson. Oh, I thought they were going to get it to him. The fans wanted it. Dickerson to the near side. Beg your pardon, that was D.T. Tucker. Now they get it to Dickerson inside. He'll body his way to the basket. Floater for the right hand. Rolls over and falls in. Dickerson's got 3. I think Dickerson wanted that lob gem as well.
Hey, he was thinking about it.
Far side. That's Alexander. Had it poked away by Amarion Dickerson. Spot up 3, far wing. Dickerson got it! 6 for Amarion Dickerson, and Mac back on top.
Whatever Greg Heyer said to him at that timeout, Dickerson himself is taking it on his shoulders. He's got the last 5 points for this Mac ball club.
And they lead 22-20, courtesy of those 5 points. So the near side, Kyle Edison. To the far side, Tyler Smith. Beg your pardon, Joey Thomas. Smith pokes that one away, and a steal. Mawator hands it off to Tyler Smith. He'll work up the floor, got it to Josh Mio. Back to Dickerson, far side in the corner. Got it inside for Mawator, nearly stepped out of bounds. He'll roll it into somebody, and that's the wrong team. Trying to go to Tyler Smith, who was covered. It's poked away Kyle Edison at the other end, then a foul called against Josh Mio.
And I think that time, if Mawator would have just taken it up to the basket, he at least got the foul. But I think what he tried to do is maybe try to get a little too fancy and kick it back out, and there was nobody out there.
I completely agree. You're that far underneath with not much coverage. You got to take that one up.
It's kind of like when you see, a team that refuses to shoot the, like the Blues when they won't shoot at the goal. And you're like, shoot the, do it.
7:09 to go in the first. 22-20 Mac. This one for the tie for Three Rivers. Caleb Young got it again. He averages 10.1 points per game, showing just how dangerous he can be. The leading scorer since Anthony Sellers didn't travel with the team. He's injured. Tyler Smith between the circles, setting up an offense. He'll work to the far side as Preston Turner's back in. Smith lost it out of bounds, and they say he touched it last.
Oh, wow.
And a Mac turnover.
That's going to be number 5 in turnovers on Mac already. 4 on the Three Rivers Raiders, and another timeout.
It's the media stoppage. We'll take it with you. 6:49 to go in the first. We're tied up 22-22 from the Bob in a Region 16 semifinal on KFMO. 6:49 to go in the first half. 22-22, and this first half flying by, Glenn. He's Glenn Berry. I'm Jared Pettis. Taylor LeBrier back at the studio. Keeping a check on the out-of-town scoreboard in the other Region 16 semifinal. They're nearly halfway done with the first half. Moberly leads State Fair 15-6. Winner of that plays the winner of this. Kyle Edison on the near side in a tie game, 22-22. Edison backs off, taking it through a screen set by Caleb Young. Now to the far wing, Joey Thomas from way out. Can't get that one to fall. Great job of boxing out by Preston Turner, allowed Josh Mio to get that rebound.
That was a wonderful job of boxing out right there by Turner, just to get away from the ball and let Mio do the work.
Mio to the far wing, hoist from there, got it, and Mac leads by 2, 24-22. Mio's got 5.
Feels like every time I've come to a MAC game this year, and it may not be in every single game, but they kind of get off to that, what's going on, guys? We got to get with it kind of start, but then they kind of get things going.
Demetrius White trying to work to the baseline, out for Caleb Young. He wants the lead for Three Rivers, can't get that 3 to go, and Josh Mio swipes it off the window. Mio, quick outlet, Preston Turner around a man, reverse lay-in. Preston Turner's got his first bucket, and it's 26-22 with 5:43 to go in the first.
That guy would be starting for a lot of NJCAA teams.
Yes, he would. On the near side, Joey Thomas. To the far side, Kyle Edison trying to work around a defender, can't. It was poked away. Young's got it up top. Now to Thomas on the near side. Three Rivers has it. Thomas trying to head fake around Rich Mauator. It was poked away by Mauator, but coming to get it, Caleb Young. 6 seconds of the shot clock, and a foul going to bail out Three Rivers on that possession. They're going to call it against Mineral Area and Josh Mio.
Yeah, that was on Mio, and I think he was maybe a half an inch or two away from making a steal instead of committing the foul. He reached up there and grabbed it, but I think he just couldn't get a hold of it.
Mac up by 4, 26-22, 5:19 to go in the first. And we get a substitution. It'll be DT Tucker. Josh Mio coming out, and I don't know if he's not happy with the call or not happy with the play that he made, that we're knowing he was that close to a steal. DJ Prater out, got it to Edison, working along the baseline, back to Prater on the near wing, 1 out of 3. Caleb Young, though, gets it, takes one straight on, drained it. Wow. Young with 11, 26-25, Mac by a point. Dickerson got it on the far wing. Bump top for Tyler Smith. Back to Rich Mauator. Here's Smith again. Smith to the foul line. Back to Dickerson far side, trying to work through a couple of defenders. Hop step through. Mac wants a foul they don't get. Mauator gets the offensive rebound after the miss by Dickerson. Now Preston Turner into the corner. DT Tucker catch and shoot 3. Nothing but net. 5 for DT Tucker. 4:40 to go in the first half, and the Mac lead back up. It's now 4, 29-25.
Yeah, this MAC ball club, when they finally get that offense running, they are hard to stop, and that was a great job that time working the ball around the perimeter.
Edison threw a hand check, not whistle, got it to the near side for Caleb Young. That's a push-off, not called, and the ball out of bounds off of Tyler Smith, and Greg Heyer asks where the foul is. Caleb Young, I beg your pardon, Fahim Moran pushed down Tyler Smith. There was no whistle. And Moran will inbound right to the lane for Three Rivers with 10 seconds on their shot clock. Moran gets it to Young on the near side, working back up top for Kyle Edison. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Edison trying to work around DT Tucker, can't. Edison still got it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, just a desperation jumper from the foul line, and Kyle Edison's got it.
Yeah, you would have thought that was what he was looking for all the time. It was such a smooth shot, and it went down with hardly touching the net.
DT Tucker on the near side, up top for CJ Outlaw, who's in for Amarion Dickerson. Dickerson threw an outlaw screen, picked up his dribble. Preston Turner going to come to the ball at the far wing, and it up top for Tyler Smith. 10 seconds on the max shot clock. Smith, head of the arc, backs off to Dickerson, far side. He'll work around a couple of defenders. Dickerson holds there. 5 on the shot clock. Preston Turner pull up at the far elbow, can't hit that one. CJ Outlaw deflects the rebound away, but doesn't grab it. And Kyle Edison has it for Three Rivers as Rich Mauator's break going to be cut short. He's coming back to the floor. Demetrius White between the circles to the near side. Edison got it to Moran, weaving on perimeter. Back to White, far side, dribble drive on the baseline, send it up top. This is DJ Prater, steps into one straight on. Wouldn't go. That would have given Three Rivers the lead. Dickerson with the rebound. 3:18 to go in the first, 29-27. Tyler Smith, extension of the step. Floater with the left hand. Oh, Outlaw misses the slam dunk on the rebound putback. Out for Dickerson. He'll work to the basket. Picked up a dribble, fights through contact, can't hit. He's fouled. The foul going against Caleb Young. That'll be his second. and the team's fourth. And Dickerson going to the line to shoot 2 more free throws.
I cannot imagine what this place would have done had he has slammed that one home on a rebound. It might have set this gym on fire and put this MAC team on a run.
Dickerson's got 2 at the line to our left. 3:06 to go in the first half. MAC up by just 2, 29-27. Dickerson exhales after a couple of dribbles, puts it to the deck one more time, spins it in his hand, unloads the first one, got it. 7 for Amarion Dickerson. Give this, Glenn. He leads the team in blocks per game, 2.5.
Wow.
You think 2.5 and think, oh, that's not too much. You try blocking 2.5 a game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know.
Over the course of 30 games.
You try to me block 2.5 for the rest of the year. I mean, you know.
For a decade, maybe.
Yeah.
Amarion Dickerson with the second. Hits them both. Nothing but net on both of them, man. Those were perfect free throws.
He is 3 out of 4 from the free throw line now.
He averages 67% on the season. Demetrius White gets it to Joey Thomas. Back out for Kyle Edison to reset the offense. On the near side, Fahim Moran. Moran picked up his dribble. Up top, this is Tyler Smith. I beg your pardon, Joey Thomas. Second time I've done that tonight. 15-foot jump shot for Kyle Edison wouldn't go, and the rebound for Mauator as Tyler Smith works out of the backcourt for Amarion Dickerson. He gets around one defender, picked up his dribble with the pivot. Into the far corner, Preston Turner, catch and shoot 3, too strong. And Mauator with another offensive rebound. He works around a defender. Up top, Dickerson wants one straight on. Oh, got it! He rattled it in. Dickerson's got 11, and a timeout called by Three Rivers. 2:24 to go in half number 1. Mineral Area pouring it on from the Land of Plenty. 34-27. They lead on KFMO. At halftime, Mineral Area leads Three Rivers 34-31. Jared Pettis, Glenn Berry, Taylor LeBrier, our entire crew, as we take a look at the stats of the first half, and we will start it with the individual scorers. Mac led in scoring by Amarian Dickerson with 11 points. Tyler Smith has 9. Josh Mio and DT Tucker 5 each. Then it's 2 each, Preston Turner and Rich Malator. For the Three Rivers Raiders, 11 leads the way for Caleb Young. 6 each, Kyle Edison and Robert Alexander. 3 each, Joey Thomas and DJ Prater. And 2 from Jamani Charles. Scoring numbers in the first half, 34-31. Glenberry's got the team numbers.
All right, let's start with Mac. They're 7 of 16 from the field. That's inside the arc at 44%. 5 of 11 outside the arc at 45%. When you look at total numbers, 12 of 27 for 44%. They're 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Not a bad percentage at 83%. Meanwhile, Three Rivers, they are 8 of 13 for 62%. 5 of 12 from three-point land, 42%, and they have yet to shoot a free throw in this game. Combined totals 13 of 25 for 52% for Three Rivers, so just a tad bit better than Mac, and that's quite frankly what's keeping them in the ballgame right now. Rebounding, not a good night for Three Rivers, great night for Mac. They're up 18-8 at half. Turnovers are even at 6, but bench scoring is big for Three Rivers right now. They've got 11 off the bench, while Mac only has 2.
Score at halftime, 34-31. We'll take a break, come back with the drive around the region. Brought to you by CarSmart on the CarSmart Halftime Report. Mac leads Three Rivers by 3 on KFMO. Time for the CarSmart drive around the region. If you're in the market for a car, think smart, think CarSmart. We're buying a car isn't rocket science. Women's basketball, the Region 16 play-in game. The winner will play the top seed Three Rivers down in Three Rivers on Tuesday. And it's Mobley, the 4 seed over 5 seed Crowder, 60-56. And on the men's basketball side, Region 16 semifinals with 1:47 left in the first half. Mobley, the 2 seed, leading the 3 seed State Fair, 45-24. The closest that one was 2-2, and then Moberly went on an 8-1 run and continued that, and now lead 45-24. Here at Mineral Area College in the other semifinal, the Cards lead the Raiders 34-31. We'll take one more break in the CarSmart Halftime Report. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's coming up on our broadcast docket for the rest of the week. That's coming up after this on KFMO.
He never did ask the question on that.
Oh, yes.
Luke Strege.
Thank you for reminding me.
I have a thought process on that.
All right. If you were listening to the pregame conversation I had with this player, you would know. I don't know, though. I might have cut it out. I think I left it in.
I just caught Greg Heyer from that point on.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it was way before that. That interview was uncut because I had to cut it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Uncut. That interview was halftime score. Mineral Area leads Three Rivers 34-31. Our last time on the CarSmart halftime report. Jared Bennett, Glenn Berry, and Taylor LeBrier. And before we answer that question that you remembered I posed to you, Glenn, I didn't even remember about it, as the only other player on this roster recruited by Luke Strege, we will give you what's coming up on our broadcast docket. I said the rest of the week. I really meant into the weekend. On Friday, we'll have girls basketball, a Class 4 quarterfinal from St. Louis as the Central Lady Rebels will play Ursuline Academy on the road. Now, that place is a pretty small gym. I called and said that I'd be coming to do broadcast, and they were like, oh, I don't know if we'll have room to put you there.
Wow.
I said, I'll be there. And the lady said, we'll make it work. Just bring an extension cord.
Yeah, exactly.
What I bring to every game, so I guess we're good. All I need is a an extension cord or an outlet and a table. That's all I need.
I did a MAC game one time at Three Rivers from the stands because they didn't have any room for me anywhere else. And I was the only radio station from this area down there. And,
wow.
you know, everybody else was, you know, local and whatever. And I show up and I'm like, hey, I'm supposed to have a place. And they're like,
oh,
okay, upper deck over there. You can sit by yourself.
Was that at the old Three Rivers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole lot newer now. They got a place for broadcasters to set up. It's so nice. It's nice. I didn't even know they had an old place till I was down there this past Saturday, and they were telling me about it. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't know.
That was the night I was forced to learn how to drive a stick.
Oh.
Because station had a vehicle with a stick, and that was it. And they were like, if you want to drive the station vehicle, you're going to have to learn, like, right now. And I did.
Well, the other game's coming up on Saturday because that's all that's left in the weekend. We'll have Class 4 quarterfinals in the boys' side Saturday. Central is at John Burroughs. That is going to be a tough game. And the Region 16 Tournament Championship, if Mineral Area wins this one, they will get the winner of State Fair and Moberly. Currently, Moberly leads 47-26, 34 seconds away from halftime. That's what's coming up on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus. Before we go, Glenn, do you have that answer?
Well, I had an answer, and then you said something which made me think my answer is wrong. But I'm going to go with this answer just because local boy Mason Williams is what I was thinking.
That is incorrect.
Well, see, I was thinking it was a local boy, so that may be why he should be, you know, the one that's left.
Well, it kind of is. The answer is Preston Turner.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and so...
And you know what? I think I actually knew that because I think you told me that early in the year because he's down from Elsinore, which is not too far from here. And but I just had that thought process. I was like, you know what? Local guy, he left, maybe, okay, got to be Mason.
Yeah, he told me in the, I think it was in the pregame show. Forgive me if it wasn't, folks, I may have cut it out. He had told me that Luke had recruited him. He left, and he didn't know where he was going to play at, didn't know if he was even going to play, and he knew Mason Williams and knew that they didn't have a roster, and so he got in touch with Greg Heyer, and the rest is history. Same with D.T. Tucker. Now, he wasn't recruited by Luke Strege, although he didn't have a home. He didn't know where he was going to play at.
Wow.
And knew Mason Williams because they played against each other.
Well, that's the funny thing about it. When you look at these three guys here that have stuck around, obviously Mason got injured early and had to stay out for the whole season. But when you look at those two guys, they're a big part of this team. What if they'd have just walked away and found something else and went somewhere else?
That would have – you mentioned they're a big part of this team. That's two of the six that come in all the time.
Yeah.
One starts and one is usually the first off the bench.
Yeah, and that's a kind of a nice thing when you do show up and you go, wow, I've already got this guy and I've got this guy, and you've got a third guy that could be a pretty good player as well if he could get healthy. That's not a bad start, but Greg Heyer did put together a team pretty quick.
It is 34-31. Mac leads Three Rivers. That'll wrap things up on the CarSmart Halftime Report. Second half coming up after this. And a season ends tonight. Will it be Mac or will it be Three Rivers? We'll find out in the second half on KFMO. All right, well, this game's over. I'm not watching anymore. The game's not even close. That's what I get for being hopeful.
What's wrong? Hi. How you doing?
All right, you can kick it out of this. You can kick it.
We're going to have to get a little sign that says check in.
Joke in the conference tournament, we need a big LED sign.
Yeah.
10 seconds into half number 2, 34-31. Mac leads, and an empty trip for Three Rivers. They had first possession as the team switched sides. Mac now left to right on your listening device, right to left on your viewing device. Tyler Smith has it between the circles to the near side for Josh Mio. Now to D.T. Tucker, far wing, gets it to Amarion Dickerson. Dickerson up top for Rich Malator. He'll work to the foul line and then be forced back out by defender. Get it to Tyler Smith, and a call, a moving screen on that. Wow.
That should be a bad acting award of the year.
Yeah.
Because not only was he not even stopped, he just bent over at the waist. I mean, that was a terrible call.
And they call it against Rich Malator, his first and the team's first. Greg Heyer didn't like the call.
No, and you got to know that is a terrible call. I mean, there was no contact hardly at all. He just leaned over.
Kyle Edison on the far side. Three Rivers down by 3. Gets it to Fahim Moran. Back to DJ Prater at the far wing. Edison back to Moran. Through a screen. Take it to the foul line. Hoist from there, and it's a 1-point game, 34-33. A minute into the second half. Fahim Moran with his first bucket.
Well, Mac's got to shake off that bad call and come back the other way. They got to do something with it here. And they got to take charge of this game. They've been letting Three Rivers hang around. You don't want to do that to a team like Three Rivers. They can burn you.
Smith throws it inside for Dickerson. He's fouled. He will shoot 2. Dickerson can't hit on the lay-in. Foul called against Fahim Moran, his first and the team's first of the second half on Three Rivers. Mac up by a point, 34-33. With 2 free throws at the line to our right, it's Amarion Dickerson.
And you feel like with this Mac ball club, I mean, they're playing pretty well. Things aren't really working in their favor right now. They just need to get on a little bit of a run. Once they get on a run, I think that would kind of bring the crowd back into it and make it that much tougher on Three Rivers.
Yeah, the bomb's really quieted down since the end of that first half. Dickerson with the first at the line to our right. A minute 15 into the second half. Short. He cannot hit the first.
That's the first free throw that he has missed since his very first free throw. So maybe he'll go on a run again with hitting consecutive free throws.
He will get a second, though. Exhales, unloads. Got it. 12 for Amarion Dickerson. It's 35-33. Mac by 2. In the backcourt, Fahim Moran slowly out of the timeline and through the circle. Caleb Young on perimeter. DJ Prater at the far wing trying to lob it down low for Moran. Got around one defender, put it to the deck. It's knocked away and a foul on Mineral Area. And they put it on D.T. Tucker. I didn't see much contact there if they're calling it a hit to the hand. And they give him continuation. The ball was on the floor. So he's shooting 2 free throws.
I don't know.
Fahim Moran, yeah, 67% shooter.
And the squeegee is getting an extra workout here tonight. That's the second time we've seen it come out here. One time down at this end, now the other end as a player went down to the ground.
Second time in 15 seconds. It is getting to work. Back to the bench you go, squeegee. First free throw for Moran at the line to our left. It's good, nothing but net. Moran's got his 3rd point of the game, all in this half. He averages 9.7 a night. 2.2 rebounds a game. Do you have him statted for any rebounds?
Not a rebound yet.
Mac is kept him away from the glass. Second free throw good as well. Moran hits them both. He's got 4. We're tied up 35 apiece. 18:29 to go in half number 2. Tyler Smith on the near side through a D.T. Tucker screen. Now an Amarion Dickerson screen. Smith in the far wing. Up top for Dickerson. He'll work to the foul line. Spin move there. Lay-in. Rolls off the front. He's pushed down to the floor, and the rebound collected by Demetrius White. Three Rivers a chance to take the lead. DJ Prater out to the far side. Caleb Young. Step left, 3 after the pump fake. Rattle it out. Rich Malator with another rebound. Man, he has been strong on the boards tonight.
That is 10 rebounds on the night from Malator.
Josh Mio on the near side, leading scorer for Mineral Area at 14.3 points per game this season. He only has 5 tonight. For Malator at the near elbow. He'll work around a defender, walk and turn it over. Ooh, a foul bails him out, though.
Yeah, he just took a one step too many there, but the official on the near side blows the whistle, and like you said, it bailed him out.
That was definitely a walk. The foul was on Kyle Edison, his second and Three Rivers' second. Tyler Smith inbounds on the near baseline. Looking for somebody before the 5 count. Got it to Amarion Dickerson at the near wing. Dickerson hands it off for Tyler Smith again. To the foul line for Malator. Back up top. for Smith. To the near wing, pick and roll. Got it back to Mauator, and he lays it in. 4 for Mauator, 37-35, Mac by 2.
Well, he is a force to be reckoned with down there. If they can keep getting the ball down there on those shots, he may get a double-double tonight.
Edison threw a Caleb Young screen to the far wing for Fahim Moran, and an offensive trip for the Raiders. Edison from way out, can't hit that. Mauator deflects the rebound away. Smith can't get to it. He's held up. Players collide, and a foul on Mineral Area. Greg Heyer doesn't like it. And they put the foul on Tyler Smith. He was on the floor.
Wow.
There's the Boo Birds. Rightfully so. Smith should not have been called on that foul. If anything, Josh Mio should have been, and he shouldn't even have been called for a foul.
Well, questionable is one thing, but they're missing a lot of stuff down there and calling stuff that I don't think anybody can see from anywhere.
Smith was on the floor. How is he the one that gets the foul call?
Yeah.
CJ Outlaw coming back into the game. 17-13 to go in the second. 37-35. Mac leads. Three Rivers has the ball on the near side. They inbound in front of their bench. Caleb Young gets it between the circles. To the far side for Fahim Moran. Out of the near wing, Demetrius White. But elbows Tyler Smith in the chest while he's trying to avoid hand pressure contact, and he walks and turns it over. My apologies, folks. Didn't mean to say the word punches. There was just contact made.
Yeah, Brian Best is not happy right now. He was like, what the heck is that foul right there? I mean, he tried to move his elbows around one side or the other, and the offensive foul was called.
That was a walk. A walk was called.
Oh, the walk, yeah.
37-35, 16:58 to go in the second. Josh Mio on the near side for Tyler Smith. D.T. Tucker's got it on the far wing. To Mio, he's there. Into the corner, Smith. Catch and shoot three, Tyler Smith. That's short. Now C.J. Outlaw, can't get to the rebound. He's called on the push in the back.
Yeah, that was just not a very smart play by C.J. Outlaw, although I thought he might get away with it just because he was trying to tip the ball back out to the top of the key. But he was just climbing up the back of the Three Rivers player. And this 2-point lead for Mac right now is pretty precarious.
The foul is the fourth on Mineral Area of the half. 37-35, they're up by 2. Demetrius White on the far side tosses it out for Fahim Moran. He'll work into the paint. Shot was deflected by D.T. Tucker. He got his own rebound, and the putback is good, and the foul comes with it. Moran has 6, the and one coming up. The foul is called against Tyler Smith. That is his third and the team's fifth. We cannot afford, Mineral Area cannot afford Tyler Smith to be in foul trouble.
No, and that's why that one ghost foul was, so unbelievable at that point. You can't call a foul on a guy laying on the ground like that. And these fouls mean a lot. You just can't blow the whistle because you're tired.
We're tied up 37-37. Moran with an and one. He's 2 for 2 so far tonight. Make it 3 for 3, and the lead for Three Rivers, 38-37. I think Dickerson just said he's got a dunk to Greg Heyer. 16:25 to go as Smith gets it to the near side for Mio. Back to Smith, far side D.T. Tucker. Smith head of the arc. Smith to the far wing, through a Dickerson screen. Smith rolling into the near side. D.T. Tucker catch and shoot 3. Got it! D.T. Tucker's got 8. 16 minutes to go in half number 2. Mac back ahead by 2, 40-38.
And it's not a half 2 basket there, but that was really important for Mac.
Kyle Edison threw a couple of screens, taking it to the far wing. He'll work around D.T. Tucker, lob it to the near side. Fahim Moran working to the baseline, and a foul called against Moran. I was not expecting that.
No. As
he extended the elbow, and Tyler Smith drew that one.
And I saw Tyler Smith make contact, go down to the floor, and I was like, uh-oh, this is bad. But instead, it's an offensive foul, and no argument from Brian Best on the other side.
15:49 to go in the second. Mac up by 2, 40-38. And the inbound D.T. Tucker. Got it to Tyler Smith on the near side. Out to Josh Mio. Smith to the far side. Tucker back to Smith. Smith to the near wing. Dickerson pushed away. Greg Heyer gets right into the official's face as Dickerson kind of took an elbow up high. Mio down low. Dickerson lays it in. Fights through the contact, lays it in. And a whistle called. .42-38. I don't know what they just whistled. So Dickerson gets the points. He's got 14. Mac up by 4. I don't know what the official was screaming.
I don't know either.
Something on Dickerson.
both coaches over here talking about it, so I don't know if there was a warning or if there was a foul call. I don't think a foul was because it wasn't announced.
Fahim Moran on the far side rejects a Caleb Young screen. Moran walks, got away with it. D.T. Tucker blocks the shot and gets the rebound for Tyler Smith. 3-on-3 the other way. Smith straight on. He'll work to the far wing. Smith is there, got it to Mio. Mio holding. 14:54 to go in regulation. Mio calls for a screen. He'll reject one set by C.J. Outlaw. Ball knocked away out of bounds by Fahim Moran as that went at least 6 stairs up the far sideline over there.
Roy was getting the rebound on that one.
He was ready for it. 16 seconds on the max shot clock. Preston Turner checks in for C.J. Outlaw. Josh Mio will inbound far sideline. You know, this Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse waiting for something to wake him up. D.T. Tucker at the far wing. Through an Amari and Dickerson screen. They get it to him. Catch and shoot three far side. That one's short in the rebound for Robert Alexander. Mac up by 4, 42-38. Alexander to the near side. DJ Prater around Mauator. Shot nearly deflected. Players collide. It falls over the head of Amari and Dickerson. DJ Prater's got 5, and it's a 2-point game, 42-40.
And he put that shot up on a high arcing shot up over the top of some pretty tall dudes himself.
Mio working to the far side through a screen set by Mauator. Wow, got away with the walk to the near side. D.T. Tucker had it deflected away, and Three Rivers a chance to tie or take the lead. Edison working to the cup, extension of the step, the roll in. We're tied up 42-42. Greg Heyer takes a timeout. Edison's got 8. We'll take it with him. 14:09 to go in the second. Tie ball game, 42-42 on the media stoppage on KFMO. .14:09 to go in the second half. We are tied up 42-42 here at the Bob at a Region 16 tournament semifinal. Jared Pettis, Glenn Berry, Taylor LeBrier, our crew. Mio on the near side works back to the far side. A play set up for Mineral Area. Dickerson's got it back to Mio. He'll work to the foul line. Mio picked up his dribble. Has to get it to somebody out for Dickerson. 10 seconds of the max shot clock. Dickerson to Mauator. Back to Dickerson. He'll work through a couple of defenders. Pick up his dribble. Take it to the basket. Head in the foul. 16 for Dickerson. Man, he really worked his way inside and was, I thought, too far underneath to hit that one, and he got it.
I did too, and he just made a great little move, kind of that Magic Johnson, I'm going to dish it to the right side, but hanging on to the ball, lays it up off the glass, and it goes down.
Foul was on DJ Prater, his second and the team's fourth. Amarian Dickerson with an and one at the line to our right. This will be his 7th free throw.
Joey Thomas checks into the ball game, by the way, for Three Rivers. I believe Prater's set down.
And you would be correct.
Everybody's leaning over. I can't tell.
I was the same way. And one for Dickerson. Got it. Traditional three-point play. He's got 17. It is 45-42 Mineral Area. And they need some separation. Need a big stop here, Glenn.
Yeah, big stop and come back and get a big bucket. Maybe get a little separation. Maybe get Three Rivers to thinking about it a little bit too much.
Robert Alexander's got it on the far wing for the Raiders. He'll get it head of the arc. That's Joey Thomas. Now for Demetrius White. Through the lane, hop step, wild shot, blocked by Preston Turner, and the rebound for Amarian Dickerson. He'll work up the floor slowly. Now across the timeline. Got it to the near side. Turner into the corner. D.T. Tucker wanted one, but White got to him. Up top, Dickerson. 20 seconds on the max shot clock. Mauator back to Dickerson on the near wing. Head of the arc. He'll work to the foul line. Hoist from there. Got it. Dickerson with a nice floater. 19 for Dickerson. 47-42.
All right, they get that 5-point lead. Let's see if they can get another big stop and get another bucket.
Robert Alexander between the circles to the far side for Caleb Young. Now for Demetrius White. Back to Young in the pick and roll. He's holding at the far wing. Guarding him, Amarion Dickerson. Shoots it over the head of Dickerson. Man, that is a tough shot, and he hits it. That was Caleb Young with 13 and a full stoppage called by Brian Best, the head coach of the Three Rivers Raiders. 3-point lead for Mac, 47-44. Mac leads 12:45 to go in the second on KFMO. (47-44). Mac leads by 3. 12:45 left in the second half. Jared Pettis, Glenn Berry, Taylor LeBrier, our entire crew. Mac inbounding in the backcourt. Three Rivers with 3 timeouts left. Mac with 3. Out of the backcourt, Josh Mio slowly as they set up the offense. The Cardinals do with the 3-point lead. Corner 3, Tucker, too strong. Dickerson's got the rebound knocked away. He goes and gets it in front of his bench. Dickerson trying to fight through a couple of players, and a foul is whistled on the Raiders. And they're going to put this on Kyle Edison, his third, and the team's 5th. Josh Mio going to inbound on the near
Edison,
side.
they're telling him to come out of the game, and he's like, no, I want to stay in here. He's not real happy with that call either.
Mio between the circles, working on perimeter to the far side. Mio trying to work around a defender. Wild shot. Mio got it. Nice play. Josh Mio, he's got 7. That play right there shows why he's the team's leading scorer.
Yeah, and he did a great job. When he got down low, he switched the ball to his left hand, used that body to protect himself against the defender, and got it up and in.
Back to a 5-point lead, 49-44. 12 minutes left of the second. On the far side, Edison trying to work through a screen set trying to work around a defender, and Preston Turner fights his way all the way to the baseline, and Edison lays it in. He's got 10.
And he darn near walked if he didn't walk at all.
Josh Mio in the logo. Taking it on perimeter ahead of the arc. Now to the far wing, crossover dribble into the corner. Amarion Dickerson didn't take that 3. One jab step as Brian Best wants to travel. There wasn't anything there. Dickerson on the near side working in. Hop step through. Brian Best still shouting. His team going to steal it. Robert Alexander picked off the pass. Threw it behind his man, Edison. Edison out. Straight on. That was Joey Thomas. Doesn't take it. Edison will from the near wing and drain it. And we're tied 49-49. 13 for Kyle Edison.
That is the first 3 he has shot tonight, and he hit it. Ties us up at 11:17 to go. This game is flying.
That one was from way out as well. Mio, and it was stolen away. A lazy pass. Joey Thomas to the basket with the lay-in and the lead for Three Rivers, 51-49. Thomas has 5.
That's 3 turnovers on Mac, all of them being pretty much very big here tonight.
Mio on the near wing. Got it to the near side for Dickerson. At the wing, he sends it to the far wing. Preston Turner, D.T. Tucker, 3. Yes! D.T. Tucker! He's got 11, the far corner shot. Man, he likes it from the corner. He could almost hit those 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and those shots are big. He's hit a couple of big ones here tonight.
He's a 40% shooter from the land of plenty. Jamani Charles between the circles. 30 seconds away from winning time. The Cards up by a point, 52-51. Alexander to the far side for Caleb Young. A way out 3, that wouldn't go. Preston Turner's got the rebound for Josh Mio. 10:20 left in the half. D.T. Tucker thought about one again. Got it to Mio, far wing. Mio rejects a Molitor screen. Now uses it. Got it up top for Dickerson. 10-10 left in regulation. Mio between the circles. Mio on the far side with the dribble. Up top for D.T. Tucker. To the near side, hands it off for Preston Turner. Working on the wing. Up top for Mio. Pass knocked away. 5 on the shot clock. Mio through a Preston Turner screen. 2 seconds. Mio near side 3. At the buzzer wouldn't go. Dickerson with the offensive rebound. Spin around, put back. Not good, but the foul whistle on Three Rivers. It'll be their 6th. And it's going against Caleb Young, his 3rd. And Dickerson to the line to shoot 2.
And that may have been the biggest rebound of the night that time by Amari Dickerson after the missed 3 by Josh Mio. He had to take an off-balance shot because the shot clock was running out. And out of nowhere comes those big arms of Amari Dickerson, pulls that rebound down and gives his team a chance.
Yes, Amarion Dickerson from Cleveland, Ohio, man. They have him listed as 6'7", Glenn. I think he's at least 6'9", and that wingspan, too, has got to be 7 foot.
Oh, yeah, I think he could just about grab the rim standing flat-footed.
First free throw for Dickerson.
That's where you use your golf voice.
Takes his time. Hole in one. First one good for Dickerson. He's got 20 points in the game. He'll get a second. 53-51, Mac up by 3. Check that, 2, trying to be 3.
Tyler Smith back into the ball game. He'll use a 3-iron.
I don't know. He's checking with the caddy and eyeing up the putt. Or the second, rather, for Dickerson. Hits them both. 21 for Amarion Dickerson. It's 54-51. Robert Alexander in the backcourt for Three Rivers. A triple ties us up. On the near side, Alexander, and a foul called on C.J. Outlaw.
I don't know.
I didn't like that one. Minimal contact.
Yeah, I see these kind of fouls late in the game, and all it really does is slow the game down to a stop, and you don't want that. I mean, both sides living with it if that's not called a foul.
54-51. The foul is the 6th on Mineral Area. Next one puts Three Rivers in the bonus. Jamani Charles down low for Prater. He'll send it back out for Charles. Straight on. Hop step to the lane. Shot deflected by Outlaw. Rebounded by Amarion Dickerson. Now for Tyler Smith. Angling to the near side. Got it to the far wing. That's Dickerson again. Holding there. Back out for Smith. It's winning time here at the Bob. 9-10 left in regulation. Mio on the near side through an Outlaw screen. Backs off. Mio back closer to the timeline. You can't go across it. Dickerson far side. Dribble drive in. Met by a pair of defenders. Now a righty floater from Dickerson. That wouldn't go, and Robert Alexander's got the rebound. Outlet quickly. Fahim Moran walks and turns it over, but a foul whistled first. It's called against Josh Mio. And that probably forced the walk, so the correct call. The 3rd on Mio and the 7th on Mack. And a 1-and-1 for Fahim Moran as the Raiders are the first team in the bonus.
And you figure every time you see the Mack Cardinals go up by 3 to 5 points, you just feel like that run's coming. And I think Greg Heyer feels that run is coming. And then all of a sudden something happens, gives the ball back to Three Rivers, a bad call or whatever that, turns the ball around, and Three Rivers jumps right back into it.
Rich Molitor and Preston Turner back into the contest. First free throw for Fahim Moran on a 1-and-1. Good. He's got 8. A lot of noise coming from the student section over there on the far side for Mineral Area.
These good free throw shooters, you just really can't bug.
That's exactly right. Moran going to get a second. He's perfect. A 4 for 4 tonight. That'll get him, Glenn. Misses that one. 54-52, Mack leads the rebound for Molitor, and he got it to Tyler Smith.
That's 11 rebounds now for Molitor.
Smith on the near side. Mio's got it. Ooh, fakes a lob. Uses a Molitor screen. Mio to the far wing. Mio around a defender. Lay-in wouldn't go, and the rebound collected. It's Jamani Charles, and a chance for Three Rivers to take the lead again. Charles to the near side for Joey Thomas, taking it head of the arc. He'll lob it out to Alexander. A lazy pass stolen by Smith. 1-on-1. Tyler Smith to the bucket with the finger roll layup. 11 for Tyler Smith, 56-52. Cardinals up by 4. Now would be a perfect time for a stop and a 3.
That is a Marcus Watson type play right there. You seem like things aren't going well. Tyler Smith doing his Marcus Watson impression, getting the big turnover and getting the bucket.
Alexander on the near side, got it to Joey Thomas. 13 seconds on the shot clock for Three Rivers. Out for Charles, near wing 3. Doesn't go. Molitor with the rebound. 56-52. Tyler Smith up the floor for Mack slowly as he calls out an offensive play. Smith to the near side, across the timeline in front of us. He'll take it through a screen set by Dickerson. Weaving to the far wing, still has it, rolls it into the corner for Mauator. Up top for Dickerson, 10 on the shot clock. Dickerson to the basket with the floater, wouldn't go, and he's fouled. So Dickerson will shoot 2 more. And the foul on Three Rivers puts Mack in the bonus. This foul on DJ Prater is his 3rd.
I was going to say, something tells me, and that would be DJ Prater, that's something, that one's on him. Because as soon as the foul was called, he threw his hands up in the air and said, no, no, no.
7:32 to go in the second. 2 free throws for Amarion Dickerson.
And the squeegee makes another appearance.
7 for 9 from the line tonight. Glenn, by my math, that's 70% when he averages 67.
Yeah. He's doing a good job here tonight so far.
Well, this will be his 10th, so 7 for 9. That's 77%. 78 if you round up. And make him 8 of 10.
I was about to give I was going to give the station address and your name and your working hours if that one went off the front of the rim.
Well, I can tell you, I don't think anybody's awake when I go in. So.
Not even you.
That's no joke. 57-52, Mack leads, 7.5 to go in the second. The second free throw for Amarion Dickerson. And he lets it go. Can't hit that one. Rebound collected by Demetrius White. 57-52, Mack by 5, 7:27 to go in regulation. White to the near side for Fahim Moran as Amarion Dickerson is guarding him. Now to the far side, collected by White. Back up top for Edison. To the near side, Moran. Moran swing it into the near corner. That's White through the lane. Caleb Young had it poked away. Dickerson with the steal. Numbers the other way for Mack. Dickerson splits a couple of defenders and loses it out of bounds. I don't know how there wasn't a foul call as Kyle Edison just came in and took the legs out from underneath Amarion Dickerson.
Yeah, it feels like that the Three Rivers Ball Club is gingerly walking up the floor like, don't notice me so you won't see that you probably should have called something there. Greg Hire not saying much at this point, but Dickerson took a pretty good tumble going down. It just turns into another turnover. That's 4 on Mineral Area this half, 4 on Three Rivers as well.
7:05 to go in the second. Glenn, we're so far into this game, you can't really say much more because it hasn't changed all night.
No, it really hasn't.
Fahim Moran to Kyle Edison, nearly threw it away. Edison working down low, kick it out to the far side. That's a turnover. Joey Thomas couldn't hang on to the hot potato. And our media timeout with 6:52 to go in the second. We'll take it with them. 57-52, Mack by 5, and they'll get the ball out of this stoppage on KFMO. (57-52), Mack leading. 6:52 left in regulation.
Looking across the gym at the Mack Lady Cardinals, who will be playing on Tuesday night. Ton of them over there on the opposite side, rooting on their counterparts. Quite a few of them. In fact, there's so many of them, a couple of them sitting right by the floor.
Sydney Lewis, the birthday girl.
Yep.
D.T. Tucker up top for Tyler Smith. They'll play Tuesday, you mentioned it, Glenn, against State Fair. Back here at the Bob. Josh Mio, head of the arc, through a Mauator screen to the foul line. Out for D.T. Tucker. Hit it, Tucker, far with corner 3. Oh, yeah, you got it. 14 for D.T. Tucker. 6:25 left in regulation. There's the life that we needed here in the Bob.
And that is the run you're looking for. Now let's see if you can get a stop and get another one back.
Far side, Edison can't get that. Beg your pardon, it was Demetrius White, the rebound for Mio. Check that, it was Mauator, got it to Mio. Up top for Tyler Smith, working around a hand check. Smith to the near side, Mio at the wing, up top for Smith. He doesn't step into one, D.T. Tucker gets it into the corner. Preston Turner, he wants it. Oh, rattles out. Mauator with another rebound up top for Mio. 5:50 left, sorry, Glenn.
I don't think they wanted Tucker to take that, or Turner to take that shot, and when the rebound came down, they're like, no. Back it out.
Tyler Smith to the far wing. 7 on the shot clock for Mineral Area. Smith got it up top. He'll work inside. Smith through the lane. Lay in off glass and got it with 1 on the shot clock. Smith with 13. 62-52, Glenn. It's a 10-point game.
That is the biggest lead of the night for Mineral Area.
Fahim Moran at the far wing. Crossover dribble, spin, move to the baseline. Shot off glass and in. That's a tough shot that he made it look easy. Fahim Moran's got 10 and a timeout, Three Rivers. If it's a full, we'll take it with him. If it's a 30, we keep it here. I believe it's a full. And it is a full. We'll take the break. 5:22 to go in the second. 62-54. Mac by 8 on KFMO. .22 to go in the second half. 62-54 Mac as the Cardinals will inbound in the backcourt after the offensive play that was set up by Greg Heyer. And somebody going to have to come inbound for the Cards. And they're going to set it down and start the 5 count. D.T. Tucker going to throw it in.
On that last play, by the way, just before that break, Fahim Moran, he went down on that play and he got up limping. I don't see him out on the floor right now.
He is not on the floor. In fact, he is, he is on the bench. Okay, we can see him down there. Tyler Smith up top for Amarion Dickerson. Handed off for Josh Mio at the far wing. Back to Dickerson now on the near side. Dickerson to the far wing. To Mio in the corner. 3-ball Mio. Got it! 10 for Josh Mio. 65-54. Three Rivers taking it up the wing near side. Kyle Edison kick it out. Alexander far side 3. That's too strong. Dickerson's got the rebound and a foul whistled on Joey Thomas. That'll be his first. And Dickerson going to walk it down and have a 1-and-1 as that's the 8th on Three Rivers.
And that bucket down here at the other end by Mio has put them up by 11. The first time tonight we have seen them up by that margin. They come down to get the stop, get the rebound. What a nice rebound, too, by Dickerson as he went into traffic. That ball was really kind of over his head before even the push, and he still was able to hang on to it.
Glenn, I mentioned winning time earlier. Greg Heyer calls the final 10 minutes of a game winning time. This might be the best winning time I've seen in a long time from Mineral Area. I'd like to pick Greg Heyer's brain about that after this one. First one for Amarion Dickerson. Good, he will earn the second. 23 points for Amarion Dickerson. 4:40 left and a 12-point lead for the Cards. Winner gets Moberly on Saturday, barring a miraculous comeback from State Fair, that is. Second for Amarion Dickerson. Away. Well, I thought it was. Now it's away, and he got them both. 24 for Amarion Dickerson, 67-54 Mac leads.
He's 10 out of 13 from the free throw line.
Fahim Moran, that is, crossing the timeline, got it to Caleb Young. Young pivots on perimeter. Got it to the far side for Joey Thomas. Far wing three. That one short. Dickerson's got another rebound. And he will work up the floor and get it to Tyler Smith on the near side.
Marion Dickerson's up to 8 rebounds into this ball game now.
Smith to the far side for Josh Mio. Mio going to cut to the basket. Mio to the cup with the left-hand lay-in. He got it. Power move by Josh Mio to work his way to the basket.
And he went up against a little bit of a block shot there and still got it to go.
Corner three at the other end. That's Demetrius White. It wouldn't fall. And the rebound for Mack. Was that Dickerson again? 69-54. He's a rebound away from a double-double. Smith of the far wing into the logo.
This crowd is coming alive here tonight.
3:42 left in regulation. Mio trying to get it down low. Now for Amarion Dickerson. 10 seconds on the max shot clock. Back to Mio. Mio up top for Malator. Back to Mio, head of the arc. 3.5 to go in regulation. Mio far wing three. That misses everything. That is a shot clock violation. 3:27 left in the second. 69-54. And substitutions for Three Rivers. DJ Prater and Jamani Charles come back in.
Greg Heyer is just mad because he didn't see that play develop like he wanted it to. He wanted to do something else with it, and instead they got stuck taking a desperation shot as the shot clock went out.
Preston Turner coming in for Josh Mio.
Mio doesn't want to come out, and Heyer's going to talk to him, give him a breather. You know, Mauertower's coming out, so that means going back into the ball game is outlaw.
Inbound in the backcourt for Three Rivers. Malator didn't think the MAC had 5 players. He was going to stay on the floor.
We didn't see the one down below, and that is Tyler Smith. He's down there in the lane.
He's guarding Jamani Charles. Charles gets it on the near wing, and Smith shadows him. Charles bounces to the far side for DJ Prater. Now for Fahim Moran. Working to the basket. Moran into the near corner. Catch and shoot three. No. Edison with a pump fake and a dribble drive. Reverse layup. Good in the foul.
I didn't think he had a chance at getting that shot off, and he went down low and he just put it up and under off the other side of the backboard, and it dropped.
Edison's got 15, the N1 coming up. 3:08 to go in regulation. Mac leads 69-56. Josh Mio back in for DT Tucker. And one for Edison. This is just the second and one Three Rivers has had all game. They converted on the first. Will not convert on this one. Preston Turner's got the rebound. Josh Mio gets it now. Tyler Smith on the far side. They get it to him. 3 minutes left in regulation. That's all that separates MAC from a third straight Region 16 championship appearance. Josh Mio and Preston Turner run right into each other. Back to Mio on the far side. He'll work inside. Forced back out on perimeter. Through an outlaw screen. Mio backing his way to the basket to the near side. Preston Turner fakes a shot, gets around Young to the baseline. Shot wouldn't fall. It was deflected, but Turner got his own rebound to the basket. That one's deflected, but not cleanly. A foul on Caleb Young. That'll be his fourth, and Preston Turner will shoot 2.
And I think that time Preston Turner on that first shot, he went up, and I think he lost control of it. He still got the shot to go, but basically he just lost control of it. Now Brian Bess is really yelling at the official across the other side, and that official yelling back at him.
Brian Best not happy. He thinks a walk was missed. The official screams back at him. There's 2:37 left in your season. Preston Turner good on the first. Sorry, folks. We were watching these two, the coach and the official, scream at each other.
Basket was good,
yes.
And the funny thing is what he said. He said, you can't walk with the ball, and the official said, I'll look at it later.
Second for Turner. Short, and the rebound for Caleb Young. I thought he was about to put it into his own basket.
I did too.
2:30 left in regulation, 70-56. Mac leads. Fahim Moran on the near side. Backs off. Three Rivers nearly threw that one away as Kyle Edison had to reach behind him to get it. Edison at the foul line. Shot goes in the foul. Wow. Edison's got 17. The N1 coming up.
Oh, wow.
The foul on Josh Mio. That's his fourth and the team's 9th. I didn't like that call.
I didn't like the call, and that just letting the ball go like that, and it just goes up and in. Pure luck, but my gosh, that is a big, big bucket right there for Three Rivers. This could close them within 11. Yeah, you're still up by 11 if you're Mac and you got the ball, but, you know, a minute ago it was up around 15.
For the and one, rather, for Kyle Edison. Missed on his earlier chance. Misses that one as well. And the rebound for Rich Mauator.
I think I'm just going to give every rebound now to Mauator for the rest of the game because he's pretty much going to get them all.
Josh Mio on the far side. Rejects a Mauator screen. Had it poked away from behind. Coming to get it is Fahim Moran, and a foul called on Mauator on the hold. That'll be his second, and that puts Three Rivers in the double bonus. So it'll be 2 free throws for Fahim Moran.
And Greg Hires hollering, what are you doing? Because what he's trying to tell Mauator is, first of all, that ball was still loose on the floor. It could have been maybe a held ball, maybe you get a jump ball out of that, but instead they got a foul, and that'll send Three Rivers to the line, and that's not making Coach Hire very happy.
Especially up 70-58, that's a foul you cannot take.
Yep.
Because if Moran hits both of these, and he's 4 for 5 tonight, it'll be a 10-point game. There's 2:04 left, but that is a lot of time in college basketball.
It certainly is with the shot clock.
First one for Moran. No good. He can only make it an 11-point game. Tyler Smith coming into there. Check that. D.T. Tucker coming into the game. Rich Mauator coming out. Smith stays on the floor.
Going to move some folks around, but D.T. Tucker on the left side of the lane. Turner over on the right side.
124 seconds left. Moran misses them both, and the rebound collected by Tyler Smith. Trapped in the backcourt. Smith gets it to Amarion Dickerson. Lob it up the floor. D.T. Tucker on perimeter to the near side. Preston Turner working along the baseline. Turner now outside, head of the arc. Nearly had it poked away. Got it to Amarion Dickerson. Dickerson for Tyler Smith on the near side of the circle. 10 seconds on the max shot clock. 1:43 on the game clock. Smith to Dickerson. Back to Smith. Straight on 3. Tyler Smith. Drain it! Tyler Smith has 16. Ice in his veins as he hits that one. 1:29 left in regulation. Max 73. Three Rivers 58. Straight on 3 at the other end. Charles got that one to go through pressure. And a whistle called, a timeout called by Brian Best. 1:20 to go in the second, 73-61. Mac leading by 12 on KFMO. That leads all scorers. 60 seconds left. A steal. Robert Alexander couldn't hit that one, and Amarion Dickerson's got the rebound, and that a double-double.
That was a scary, scary night, or a scary, scary thing right there for Mack, but thankfully he missed the shot, and Dickerson got the rebound.
Dickerson breaks through 2 to the basket. A foul is called on the floor. Dickerson going to shoot 2 no matter what. The foul is called against Robert Alexander, his first for Three Rivers. Dickerson shooting 2 with 41.8 left.
Dickerson right now, I'll tell you his stats after he shoots these 2.
First free throw. Has a quick 10 count there, Coach Bess. First one for Dickerson, good. He's got 27. See if he counts them again. He's still arguing with that official over on the far side that they were jawing back and forth before that last time out. 41.8 left, 76-63. Dickerson's got 27, trying to make it 28.
He's still jawing at that referee, and he said, I don't know what he's mad about, but he said, this isn't the NBA. Now, Dickerson is 14 out of 17 from the line.
Wow. Moran out for Alexander. It was deflected. Got it, though, to Kyle Edison. Edison, fadeaway shot from the elbow, rattles it home. Edison's got 21. 77-63. Shot clock turned off, and a foul called against Three Rivers, rather. Jamani Charles. That is his first, and Tyler Smith will have 2 free throws at the line to our right.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a tough win for Mineral Area here tonight, and it's not because they played poorly. It's because this Three Rivers team fought the entire way, and you knew it was going to be a tough game simply because these two teams, it don't matter what their records are, they're going to fight each other tooth and nail.
Smith with the first. Good. He's got 17. 78-65 fans here at the Bob heading to the exits. This one all but finalized as there's 26 seconds left in it, but the Cardinal fans know they'll be here on Saturday. Second one for Smith. Hits them both. Tyler Smith's got 18, and it is 79-65. 24 seconds left. 3 from Charles near wing. Wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, Robert Alexander. Lost it down low to Preston Turner. 15 seconds left. The Cardinals going to work across the timeline. DT Techner's got it. That's going to do it. The Cardinals headed to the championship game of the region. 79-65, the final score, and the buzzer means the fans will be back here at the Bob on Saturday. Circle it, folks. It's going to be a big one. Moberly coming to town. And Mineral Area a win away from a Midwest District Championship appearance and a Region 16 championship. They'll play in the championship game on Saturday here at the Bob. Coverage at 6, tip-off at 7. Mineral Area and Moberly, the top 2 teams in the region. And they'll score off here at the Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse. 79-65, the final score. Hubs Pub and Grill postgame show coming up after this. and DJ Prater. Final score in this one, it is 79-65. Mac wins, and Glenberry's got the team numbers.
I tell you what, both these teams shot pretty well most of the night. Mineral Area shot really well almost all night long. First of all, for the victorious Mineral Area Cardinals, they were 15 of 30 from inside the three-point arc. That's 50%. 10 of 21 outside. That's 48%. So that means 30 points coming the traditional way, 30 points coming through the three-pointers, 25 of 51 overall for 49%. They were 19 of 23 from the free throw line. That is 83%. And a big chunk of that was the 15 of 17 that Amari and Dickerson shot here tonight in this game. So, again, 49% from the field, 83 from the free throw line. For the Three Rivers Raiders, 19 of 29 for 66%, 8 of 23 from three-point land, 34%, 27 of 52 overall, that's 52%. That's pretty good shooting right there. They're probably in that area. The big difference, again, is free throws. They only got to shoot 8. They only made 4. That's 50%. Not a bad free throw percentage, but still, they only got 8 compared to Mineral Area's 23 here tonight. Rebounding-wise, big edge for Mac. You had 15 rebounds from Mauertor. You had 10 from Dickerson. That means 39 total for the Mineral Area College Cardinals tonight. Only 16 rebounds for Three Rivers. If it didn't go in, they didn't get a second chance most of the night here tonight. Turnovers about even, 11 for Three Rivers, 10 for Mac. And bench scoring, not a factor for Mac, only 3 points, but for the Three Rivers Raiders, they had 11 off the bench, but they had 11 off the bench in the first half, so that means nobody scored off the bench in the second one.
Final score, 79-65. We'll take our Hubs Pub and Grill postgame show break and come back and hear from the head coach, Greg Heyer, right after this on KFMO. We do have a final score from Moberly as the Greyhounds, the 2-seed, beat the 3-seed State Fair 94-71. So we know our matchup. We kind of assumed the matchup. Mac and Moberly here at the Bob on Saturday. Tip-off at 7 o'clock. An hour-long Kevin Ball Auto Body pregame show will start at 6 as we await the arrival of Greg Heyer, head coach of the Mac Cardinals. And here's what we'll do. We'll take one more quick break. I'll actually go get him and bring him on over here, Glenn. So We'll take a quick break and come right back after this on KFMO.
Good job. What'd you say? Hey, oh. Oh, thanks, Coach.
Back here on the post-game show, and we're going to talk it over now with Greg Heyer, head coach of the Mineral Area Cardinals. His ball club wins tonight, 79-65. And first of all, Coach, congratulations on the win. That was a hard-fought one there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Give Three Rivers a lot of credit. They were ready to play. Five had an amazing game, 10 of 12 from the field and 21 points and 33 minutes. And number 10, Caleb Young, I actually had him committed to me at Northwest Florida 2 years ago. He's from Florida. And then when I left, he went to Three Rivers. And he's a heck of a player, too. He played really well. But, our starting five today was the story of the game. Them boys played. This is the first time I just told them in the locker room. I think we got 3 points off the bench, and our bench is top 5 in the country in bench points, and we got 3 points off the bench and still win the game 79-65. So, these guys really stepped up. The sophomores stepped up, and they made some really, really big plays for us. And, boy, the last 10 minutes of the game, that's it. That's the team that I see all the time when they really lock in and, just to their job and what they need to do. Amazing defense. We rebounded the ball at a high level late in the game, and we were getting downhill to the basket and not just settling for threes. And we were taking inside-out threes, except for a couple that we heaved at the end of the shot clock. But, that's the right way to play in March in tournament time. And I'm just really proud, really proud of this group. And, because you could when you're playing a team like how Three Rivers was playing and how they're making shots, and they played with a lot of confidence on our home court, and but these guys are tough. It didn't even faze them. They just kept playing our game. Look at that. They shot 51%. I don't even know if there's a team all year that shot 51% against us. And once again, we win by 14, and they shoot 51%.
Yeah.
That's you give up 51%. You normally lose, and normally by double figures, especially at this level.
I think there's a couple of keys to this game. First of all, I'm impressed with Tyler Smith having to fill in tonight a little bit for Marcus Watson Jr., and I thought he ran the offense very, very well. When he got in a little foul trouble, Josh Meals stepped right up, did that as well. And then after that, I got to look at Molitor. 15 rebounds is what we have him down for. And Dickerson from the free throw line. He was unreal here tonight on the free throw line.
Yes. Dickerson, that's what I get to coach every day. Amazing athlete. He's learning. The game is slowing down. He's learning how to play off 2 feet. He's letting the game come to him. He's an elite winning player. He makes winning play after winning play after winning play. And then Richmond is the same. He's the heart and soul because of his physicalness, his toughness, the way he pursues the ball, this number of screens that he sets. He's just amazing. I love him. Yesterday he dove on a ball in practice for a loose ball, and one of the guys was like, don't dive on the floor. We don't need you to get hurt. And so I told the team, I said, do you guys understand? Rich would play on any team that I've coached for the last 23 years because of how he plays. And you look at what he averages, but he is so important to our team. And to beating the best teams on our schedule, he's got he's a huge part of the mix. So, I love how he played. And I thought Tucker played a really good game tonight as well. But, Tyler Smith, that may have been the best point guard performance of the season as far as running the system, executing plays, getting the ball where it needed to go, still getting his within the framework of what we were doing. He didn't force anything, and he made some unbelievable finishes at the basket. And then defensively, I mean, Four had 0 points at halftime. And they come out in the second half, and they tried to post him up a little bit, and we switched the matchup, and then Four gets downhill and scores an and one. And I said to my coach, my assistant, Trey, who does the matchups, I said, Trey, he ain't scored in the first half, and so what? They're trying to post him up, but they still got to throw the ball over the top. You still got to catch it, and we still got weak side help. Like, that ball's in the air for a long time. That's another opportunity for us to get a steal. So we switched it back, and he did a wonderful job on him in the second half.
Now, you talked about Tyler, the fact that he played one of the best games you've seen all year. Jared was talking about during the game. Is that one of the best winning times that you've had in a long time, you think, coming down that stretch?
Definitely. I just told him that, and I heard Jared say that on the air with about 3:38 left, and I told him that in the locker room. I said, I heard the radio guys, I'm not sure which one it was, I said, but they said that's the best winning time they've seen in a long, long time, and I agree with them. The last 10 minutes we just dug deep, got stops, executed on the offensive end, didn't settle, played the game the right way, the way we want to play the game, to our standards, and what's important to us to win. And so I'm real proud of how we executed and played in those last 10 minutes.
You know, your ball club coming down that stretch too as well, it got a little chippy from time to time. Not all the time, but just once in a while. They stayed calm, they stayed cool, they just did what they had to do, didn't get involved in any of the talking and all that stuff. They might have talked a little bit here or there, but boy, they sure stayed, as Stuart Scott used to say, cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yeah. And I just told them in the locker room, you guys are tough. That's a toughness play, right? Toughness is when someone's talking to you to not say something back that's going to cost you 2 points or a technical. Everything matters in March. Every possession matters. All the little things matter. Keeping control of yourself and understanding how to control your body and your mind is just so important in March to survive and advance. Because like I told them, there's going to be out-of-body experiences. They happen in March. That's what March Madness is all about. It's out-of-body experiences. You're going to play someone and maybe someone on our team is going to have it. Like, you just don't know. But you throw all the records out, and you got to play it one possession at a time, and everybody be on the same page and try to win just one possession at a time. And like I tell them, take every possession like it's your last, and then you get the next. Don't, all year long it was one play at a time, next play. Well, now it's one play at a time, but that one play, you got to treat it like it's your last play. And then you're on to the next play. Different mindset when you lose and you go home.
Now you got Moberly coming up. That's going to be another tough game. Last time out, they got the better of you. Wasn't by much, but they got the better of you at Moberly. First of all, what are you expecting out of that game? And, boy, don't you love having it here?
Yeah, I love having it here. It's great to be in front of our home fans, and what an awesome crowd tonight. And really, in winning time, the energy of the crowd was awesome. They really helped us. I call it the Mac family. The Mac family really helped us in winning time. And, yeah, I mean, Pat Smith has a great team. He's got really good players. They're very well coached. It's going to be a 40-minute game, and every possession is going to matter both ways. And, I have a ton of respect for Coach Smith and his team, and my guys have a lot of respect for them as well. And, we got to prepare and come up with the best game plan after playing them 3 times to give us the best chance to win. Yeah. And, so for the next 48 hours, our focus goes solely to Moberly. What a great opportunity from a team that was put together, in the middle of July everybody knew, nobody knew each other, and now you're getting to play for a regional championship. That's what it's all about, and that's why you work hard. That's why you get up at 6 in the morning and go run the hills and, pick your brother up when he's down and I can't tell you how hard this group has worked all year long, and they keep coming back for more. And they're very coachable, and I coach them hard, and I'm tough on them, but that's why they're tough. And I told them this is about more than basketball. It's about when the ball goes flat and you have a boss, and your boss may say something to you that you don't like. Well, you're going to say, well, I had this coach in junior college that was crazy and told me the truth, and maybe told it in some ways that I didn't like. But you know what? This boss I got now, he ain't nothing compared to the coach that I had in junior college. And, that's always been kind of a way, just hold them accountable at a high level and get them mentally tough. You can't win a championship unless you're mentally tough. And, so I'm just super proud of that group in there because of all the work that they've put in, and very thankful of, again, the fans for coming out, and the fan base that we've built this year is incredible and amazing, and can't say enough about the fans.
Well, we talked about it in the game. You had 2 players when you got here, and they didn't know if they were going to be here or not, and you put this team together, and it's been a dream season so far. And, Coach, we want to wish you good luck in the next round next game against Moberly, and bring home that championship.
Thank you very much, and appreciate everything you guys do, and go Cards, and come out Saturday night to see it's going to be a high level college basketball game on Saturday night, a super intense game, and tell your friends, tell your family, bring the kids, come out and watch some great basketball on Saturday night, and help us Cardinals cheer us on to a victory. So, again, thank you guys for everything.
Yeah, appreciate you coming by, talking to us, Coach. As Coach Greg Heyer, he's ball club wins tonight by a final score of 79-65 over the Three Rivers Raiders. And I got to tell you, that was a great game to watch. It was a little scary there in the second half, but I did a little math. They were tied at 49 with 11-17 to go. Mac outscored them 30-18 down the stretch, and that was the difference in this ball game.
That's winning time.
Yep.
That's winning time, and I liked what he said about that being the best winning time he's seen. It was the best winning time. We had mentioned it, and he had said it. He heard us saying it. That was a high-quality game towards the end of that one for Mineral Area in this win, and they're going to need that all 40 on Saturday against Moberly as the Greyhounds beat State Fair 94-71. That sets up the championship game match here at the Bob on Saturday. We'll have coverage at 6 with tip-off at 7 here on KFMO and at KFMO Sports Plus, your home for MAC Athletics in the Parkland. Final thoughts on this one, Mr. Glenberry?
I tell you what, it was a fun thing to watch from beginning to end. The crowd was here. I got to tell you, the MAC crowd was here. Three Rivers crowd let me down a little bit. They didn't show up tonight. I mean, there were a few that showed up, but not what we usually see coming from Poplar Bluff, because I know when you guys went down there last week and played down there, it was red, black, and gold everywhere down there.
Biggest crowd I've ever seen down there.
Yeah, so they kind of disappointed me here tonight, but guess what? Mac's moving on to play Moberly. Now we got to pack the Bob out with as much red as you possibly can on Saturday and get ready for that game and see what happens here at the Bob, because it's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Cardinals now 29-2 on the season. Three Rivers falls to 14-18 as the season comes to an end for the Three Rivers Raiders. A valiant effort tonight. They played really well tonight, and they played really well in that game against West Plains on Tuesday to get to this game. But it comes up short, and Mineral Area moving on to the championship. He's Glenn Berry. Taylor LeBrier back at the studio doing a great job. I'm Jared Pettis saying so long. Final score, the Mineral Area Cardinals moving to the championship game on Saturday. They beat Three Rivers 79-65. As, I think everybody expected that this season the way it's gone. And you know everybody's had it circled. The fourth meeting between Mac and Moberly. We'll have it for you on KFMO. Glenn Berry.
I was just thinking one more time before we get out of here. Can you imagine what they were thinking when they had two players and they didn't know what was happening? Luke Strachey's gone, and they're like, Are we still playing, or, what's happening?
Right.
And maybe you could throw Mason Williams in there as well. And with all of that, that's all they had. and they hire Greg Heyer, and wow, what a dream season it's been.
Exactly. He had 4 weeks to put a team together. They're going to battle it out for a Region 16 championship on Saturday. Join us at 6 for an hour-long pregame show, and then a tip-off at 7 right here from the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse. Great job, everybody involved, and we will talk to you again tomorrow with high school basketball. The girls' Class 4 state quarterfinal. Central plays at Ursuline Academy.